Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dana. I upload a new video at least once a week, and whenever I can, I like to add in an extra or two. So now is a great time to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you can stay on top of all of my new videos. I'm really excited today because I am doing my first David's tea review in a really long time, and I'm reviewing their new tea called Organic Mint Olympus. Now let's get our tea steeping before we do anything else. Ooh, wow, this tea looks really interesting. Okay, so I have my clear glass perfect mug. I wish they would bring these back because I could use another clear glass mug from David's Tea. And this is actually my very own infuser. If you are in need of a metal basket infuser, you could buy one from me that has a longer handle on it, so it's more suitable for different shapes of teacups. And it's basically my perfect version of a metal basket infuser. So I'm just gonna take a scoop of this. Wow, this is really weird looking. I'll just pop it in here, pour in my water. And now we can set this to the side, let it steep as long as we want because it is an herbal tea, so it won't oversteep or get bitter. And check out the loose tea and learn about mountain tea. All right, so I've actually never heard of mountain tea, so I'm really excited to learn what that is and what are the benefits and I guess kind of what it does. So this is an herbal infusion, otherwise known as a tisane, and it is Organic Mint Olympus, so everything in it is organic, and it has peppermint, mountain tea, orange peel, spearmint, black pepper, and lemon myrtle. I definitely smell that mint first thing. A really nice, strong, minty smell. The spearmint especially. But what really has me interested is the way that this tea looks. Again, like I've never heard of mountain tea, so I've never seen it either, but it's like fuzzy. So here's the way it looks in the spoon. And then I need to dump it out on a plate and like really investigate this because this is interesting. All right, so here's how it looks in the plate. So I see what looks like, you know, the spearmint, and then here's some orange peel, little pieces. So the peppermint and spearmint are these like dark leaves. I don't see the black pepper, but if it's ground black pepper and not like full peppercorns, that would make sense because it's pretty tiny. And I'm thinking that this fluffy stuff is the mountain tea. So look at that. It's literally like fuzzy. And now that the David's Tea stores are closed, we aren't getting like the white labels with the little description on it. I'm gonna miss those so much. So I'm going to go ahead and go on their website from my phone here and see what I can find out about mountain tea on there. Here is how it looks. Wow, it looks identical in the picture. Like it looks exactly how it looks in real life, which is great to see. And it says soothing, citrusy, and minty, caffeine free. It says we've finally nailed down a great Greek mountain tea just in time for cold season, infused with cooling peppermint, spearmint, and calming lemon myrtle so you can breathe easy. What makes it great? Organically grown at elevations in excess of 3,000 feet. Consumption of Greek mountain tea dates back to antiquity. The active ingredient in peppermint is menthol, said to be great for soothing the throat. So that's what makes, you know, peppermint so nice and refreshing. But I'm a little disappointed with that description because it really said nothing about Greek mountain tea. Like, I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna Google it. Greek mountain tea. All right, so I don't know how to say this, but it's called sideritis. Sideritis sounds like a illness, so I think sideritis is what it's called. And as you can see, it's this really pretty plant. It looks fluffy like the tea in front of us. And it says known as ironwort, mountain tea, and shepherd's tea, It's a genus of flowering plants well known for their use as herbal medicine, commonly as an herbal tea. All right, there's this website called The Spruce Eats, and it has some information here. This tea contains high levels of antioxidants and large amounts of essential oils, flavonoids, sterols, and other phytonutrients. Medicinal uses for Greek mountain tea. Mountain tea is enormously popular in Greece and is brewed most often in winter when levels of physical activity decrease and colds, aches, and pains increase. It is said to have a positive effect on almost anything that ails you, but mostly is used to combat colds, respiratory problems, indigestion, and mild anxiety. It is said to bolster the immune system and is valued for its antioxidants as an anti-inflammatory and to reduce fever. Greek grandmother's rule, at least 1 cup a day, here's to your health. Let's take the Greek grandma's advice, at least till I run out of this bag, because of course right now being sick is scarier than ever. Even if you have just like a cold, it's terrifying in our current times. So anything that claims to boost the immune system, I'm gonna just say like, it's worth a try because couldn't possibly hurt. So obviously we still need to be extra careful because cold season is not just going to be cold season this year, unfortunately. Flu season is not just flu season. You know, we've been through a lot, and it's likely that when the weather gets cooler, things might get a little worse again. So we want to be protecting our bodies in every way we can. So vitamin C, apparently Greek mountain tea, we should just be using those things all the time as a proactive sort of supplement, you know, to stay healthy. In addition to wearing your masks, I know none of you, my friends, I know none of you are going out to the grocery store or any place like that without a mask because, you know, like my family has lost 2 people, and you know how much it would hurt me to see any of you not cooperating with the guidelines put in place to stop other people from losing family members. So I know you guys are taking all the precautions, but I've never heard of Greek mountain tea, and I think it'll be really interesting to try, and hopefully it will help boost our immune systems as well. It seems like every year DAVIDstea does come out with like a cold and flu sort of season collection with teas that are good for fighting off illness. And I know for a lot of people, that's sort of how they think of tea, as something to drink when they're sick to help like relieve some of the symptoms. I think we probably steeped it long enough to sort of get the full flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the infuser. So I'm expecting to really enjoy this because I do really like mint teas, and I like that kind of flavor profile, especially because this has black pepper in it. So it's gonna kind of like bring it a little spicier. And I love spearmint, lemon myrtle. These are all things I really like. I've never tasted Greek mountain tea though, so I'm sort of curious if that has like a taste of its own or if it's more like the other things. I find that mint is sort of like the, what's it called? The frog's breath of our world. Remember in Nightmare Before Christmas how Sally wants to hide the deadly nightshade in the soup she was making for Dr. Finkelstein? So she puts the frog breath to like disguise the deadly nightshade. Well, I feel like mint is sort of that for us. Like whenever there's an ingredient that's gonna taste like a little weird, like valerian root, DAVIDstea and like a lot of other tea brands will just like hit that mint button and add mint to it so it tastes like nice and cooling and refreshing and not at all like weird. So let's see if that's the case here. Just honestly smells like a mint tea. Doesn't really smell like anything out of the ordinary, so let's give it a try. Yeah, I really just taste the mint at first. Let's see what else I can get. I sort of do taste like an herbiness. Like I taste that black pepper a little, so I can't tell if like the herby taste I'm tasting is just the mix between the mint and the black pepper. Either way, to me, it tastes really good. I feel like it has almost like a basil-like flavor, but I'm not sure if that's the mountain tea. I'm gonna look up actually what mountain tea tastes like. Slightly earthy with floral notes and subtle hints of citrus and mint. It's sort of like the same ingredients that they put in the tea. So it sounds like they were trying to sort of amp up the flavor that's like already present. So it wasn't the frog's breath theory. Yeah, honestly, I taste like the ingredients that are in it. Like I taste peppermint, I taste like a hint of citrus with that orange peel and that like lemon myrtle. I do taste a little of that, but I mostly am just tasting the mint. I could definitely picture myself drinking this as my nighttime tea because I do really enjoy mint teas at night. I just acquired a whole lot of chamomile, so maybe I'd even consider like mixing some chamomile into this when I make it at night so it has like a relaxing effect, but also I'm getting like those antioxidants and the immune system benefits and everything. Yeah, so it's nothing like special. Like it doesn't really taste like anything special, I guess, but it is good. Like it's something I like. But is it like a can't miss, must try sort of thing? I'd say probably not. I have yet to try the new version of David's Tea's Cold 911. I have only tried the old recipe of it. I haven't tried it since they changed it. And this is definitely more mild than that. So if you think that the Cold 911 is too strong, like if that's too menthol-y for you with like the mint and the eucalyptus, this might be a better way to go for like a sick tea, like if you're not feeling well, which I know is not going to happen to any of you guys. I know you're taking every precaution. I know you are feeling great and you're treating your bodies right? Good. But if you do happen to get, you know, a cold or have some allergies and you need something like soothing and minty and like immunity boosting, I would probably go for this if that eucalyptus is a little strong for you in the Cold 911. Because it still is going to have that like soothing mint in it, but with the immune boosting properties of the mountain tea. So I mean, it's good. It doesn't taste weird or anything, but if you're drinking it just for the taste, I'd say it's like not really anything special. Like if I was going to order again, I would skip this one and I would get the after dinner mint because that had like licorice root and chamomile and it's just more like what I would want out of a mint tea, where it also has like relaxing properties. Whereas like this one, the immunity boosting stuff, like I have other things for that. I have Sunny C from David's Tea, which was like their version of emergency. So, and plus I'm not leaving the house barely at all, so I'm all good. I definitely would be curious though to try Greek mountain tea on its own. From what I saw on my phone just now, it looks like they do sell straight Greek mountain tea at like the grocery store and things like that. So I'd be curious to taste like what it tastes like by itself. Because it's hard to grasp like really what it tastes like because I taste so much of the mint. And now that David's Tea is online, I'm just gonna put it out there that I would like to see more information from them. Like now that none of their energy is going towards in-store marketing, I would sort of like if they'd start, I know they have their like Steep Thoughts blog, I think it was called, where they sometimes post like recipes and things that I love to try out. But it would be really cool if they did like ingredient spotlights and things. When I worked at David's Tea, there was like a weekly, or I think it was every single week, there was a newsletter for the employees called the Weekly Sip. And it was just like company updates, you know, behind the scenes things. But then like a lot of the time there were ingredient spotlights where it'd be like a whole page or two all about just like an ingredient. So I remember there was one about like sweet blackberry leaves, because that's an ingredient you see in a lot of their teas. And it was like really cool. My nerd side loved learning all of that. It would be really cool if they had a blog like that, or if you know of a blog like that that talks about ingredients and not just like the actual like tea leaves. If they go into detail about like the Greek mountain tea, or like why peppermint is beneficial, or why like black pepper is good in teas. You know, I'd really love, like, I'm really like craving that sort of information that I miss from working at DAVIDstea. Because normally we'd have the experience of going into the store, and maybe if we get a good tea guide, they would give us some of that information that they just learned. But you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. I'm really sad to see the stores close, but at least we can still get the teas online, and I'm grateful for that. And we still have our little community here on YouTube. But unless you're like obsessed with mint, I'd say you could probably skip this one. It doesn't really seem like anything that unique, and DAVIDstea has so many blends that are very unique, so let me know in the comments if you have tried Greek mountain tea and what you think of it. Like, have you had success with it? Like, do you think it is like a really awesome miracle cure? Do you have a Greek grandma who tells you to drink it every day? I'm really interested to hear. But I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I hope you're all having a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.